1.
How do I look?
I'm not going to even answer that question.
Well, you look good, man. Trying to give out some compliments here, and you're not even gonna reply or say, "Hey, nice retro Spurs jersey that you got going on." That you got for me, actually.
Yeah, I got it for you. But you're asking a Chelsea fan if a retro Spurs. You know how much that it hurt to click purchase on that.
Yeah, well, you got it, and I'm wearing it,
right.
and we're back at Pharaoh's halftime over 1 month, so we should be hella hyped.
We are hella hyped. I mean, sorry for the delay, folks. A lot of things happened in the month of August. We were both on vacation.
It was a good time.
It was a good time. We both had to. Let's not go into that. We had a lot of monumental events with our families, good events,
yes.
Personal events too.
Word.
Career changes. So it's been a very, very busy August. But right now, life has sort of mellowed down, and we are back in business, baby.
We're back. The Prem's back. The Serie A is back. Bundesliga. You name it, we got it. What are we talking about today, Anton? Just about everything.
Pretty much.
Just about everything. I want to do, because the last time we did an episode, we talked about the preview of all these
Yes, that has been a while. It's been August 7th since
It's been, 4 matches in, at least in the Prem.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to talk a little bit about what's been going on there, because Liverpool's still looking strong. You are? Yeah. Liverpool's still looking strong. City looking really strong. Spurs will get into it. Chelsea will get into it. But yeah, where do you want to start, man? It's freaking craziness.
Let's start off with the Premier League. The craziness that is the Premier League. It's really unpredictable. It's still early, but it's very, very unpredictable because some teams are playing like shit.
Yep.
Teams that are expected to play are expected to play the way it is.
Lower teams are playing higher than expected.
Exactly.
Players that we've never heard of are doing amazing, like Timu Pukki of Norwich City.
I don't even want to talk about that guy, man.
Who's, I think, top goal scorer right now in the Prem.
It's him. How many goals did he have? Like 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
Tammy Abraham's up there too. Who would have said? Tammy Abraham, 4 goals too.
Does he have 4?
He has 4 goals. He scored 2. The game against Norwich and the game against what was the one we played?
Sheffield.
Against Sheffield, yeah.
He scored 2 also.
Yep.
Really? I thought he only scored 3. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think about Chelsea? Well, I think they've had an okay start.
We've had an okay start. We're still marred by injuries. We're still getting in the groove of Lampard's system.
Especially that first game was bad.
Exactly. We don't talk about that.
4-0 to Man United. But the funny thing is, all the Man United fans went off. We're going to be champions this year. We beat Chelsea 4-0. And they're just about picked up 5 points right now.
Mind you, they had the same points as Chelsea. Mind you, they played at Chelsea that didn't have N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
And Antonio Rudiger.
It's your boy Rudiger. Tank.
Didn't have, what's his name? Didn't have William.
Yep.
Didn't have...
Did Mason Mount even play that game?
He did play that game. Didn't have Pedro.
So a lot of absentees for Chelsea that are key players. I think Chelsea and Spurs are actually going to have very similar seasons. I think it's either we're going to surprise everybody or shit the bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. I'm just glad we're back in the Champions League, which starts on Tuesday.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Jesus.
Champions League nights. I'm hoping and praying that our Spurs have another miraculous run, if not to the final, to win the whole thing again.
All I know is I'm getting out of work. I work 30 minutes with my house, and you best believe your boys going home to watch the Champions.
Or I get out. My new schedule will get me out at 4 o'clock, so you already know I'm be catching at least that last half hour of the second half, which is great. But yeah, people don't they need to move the Champions League, man. They really need to move it because Tuesdays and Wednesdays are such a bad time. I think they should have the Prem matches or all the league matches during that time. And have the Champions League because everybody watches Champions League.
Hold on, let me check the camera because it's been a while since we did this. Sorry, folks. I don't want no technical difficulties.
Technical man Anton Zaki on the job doing great.
We are in the process of saving up for a new camera because we're both broke boys.
Yep.
Both have other
expenses.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yep.
It's getting married this year.
Next year, bro. Not this year. But regardless,
I'm talking school year wise.
Yeah, school year wise. School year this year, yes. But yeah, man. Prem. Let's talk about Chelsea is first a couple of games. Like you said, they had some big absentees going on.
So let's go check these. Let's go look at Chelsea right now.
All right.
So we play Wolves tomorrow, which I'm expecting a very tough game.
And it's away, which Wolves have been doing pretty good because United went to Wolves and didn't have an easy time.
Yeah.
Ruben Neves hit that phenomenal goal. I don't know if you remember that shit was beautiful. Maybe it was the goal of the season already. because that
still too early. We still got a bunch of games left. So we started off that debacle in Man United Chelsea. I expected to lose or draw.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be that by that margin, but considering the injuries we've had.
Which one was that? Against Leicester?
No, against Man United.
Oh yeah.
Considering the injuries we had, I was like, okay, whatever. Let them have their fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we started.
You guys did have Pedro.
Oh, we did have Pedro. It was Pulisic who started late.
Yep. It was his first game in the Prem.
Yeah, and N'Golo Kante came off the bench too because he was injured.
It's interesting how Emerson is starting over Alonso. I think Lampard likes him a lot more. I like him a lot more.
He goes forward a lot more, and Emerson comes back to defend. Alonso's biggest problem last season was that he wasn't coming back to defend.
He doesn't track back, which is crucial.
Oops, we opened up YouTube by accident.
It's all good.
But
you could check us out on YouTube because this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Pharaoh's Halftime is the name of the channel. You can subscribe us to any time, anywhere. Listen to us on any device. Just all you gotta do is open up YouTube.
Facts.
Type in Pharaoh's Halftime and it's a wrap.
And then after that Man United came the Liverpool-Chelsea game, which we played phenomenal, and we should have won that
Super
game.
Cup, yeah.
We should have won that game.
You guys definitely should have won that game.
I don't blame Tammy Abraham for missing the penalty. He's still a young player. He still has miles to go.
Yep.
He still has so much potential. Considering the next two games, the next two games after Leicester, he was phenomenal in those games. So, and plus, for a young player to go up to the manager and say, "Hey, let me take the last penalty," that shows cojones right there, my friend.
Cojones.
So I'm not even mad that we lost that game.
Yeah.
Let Liverpool have their fun because they'll be shit in 2 years when Real Madrid and Barca poach their best players. I'm okay to wait because all these fair weather Liverpool fans that are out right now talking the most shit haven't been there for the Brendan Rodgers days.
That's true.
The dark ages of the Suarez when they spent all their money on Adam Lallana.
Yep.
Who was that? Ricky Lambert. Remember him? Yeah.
Andy Carroll, Christian Benteke, Mario Balotelli.
Yeah. So.
LOL at those signings.
Exactly.
Which I still think Mario Balotelli is a freaking man.
He's Balotelli forever, baby.
Balotelli forever, especially his goal celebration against Germany in the Euro. I think it was 2012, where he just took off his shirt and was like,
he just flexes on them.
Yeah, man, that was sick. But dude, you could talk about Chelsea for the next for hours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that.
Let's not go in depth to not bore our viewers.
I'm just gonna go real quick. Leicester City.
Yeah.
I expected a draw against Leicester because they're a very, very tough team. Brendan Rodgers is a very defensive coach.
True.
And they made some good signings. I will say I have a new player to hate on. Chowdhury. He's the new Fellaini of the Premier League. You heard it here first.
Hamza Chowdhury. I just love saying his name though.
He's the new.
And he's got a sick fro.
He's the new Fellaini. He's the new Fellaini.
Watch, but then I'm saying that now, and then he scores like a wonder goal against Tottenham.
Yeah, probably.
Unbelievable.
Then we had Norwich Chelsea. We played good that game. Very bad defensive mistakes.
Yeah.
Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount. The kids are all right, man. The kids are all right. We didn't have Kante this game, so it shows how important he is.
But there's rumors actually that he's saying that he might go to Madrid next year, or even in January.
Yeah, so. I heard that shit too. But we're not going to sell in January. Madrid could go, Florentino Perez could go to hell, which I'm still waiting for him. I'm still waiting. Mano a mano.
Oh, so like that. Perfect.
And then came the Sheffield Chelsea.
That was
game.
just bad.
That we were doing so well, and then you jinxed it. We're back in Cancun. It's early in the morning,
and he's all hyped saying, "Yeah, Chelsea's winning 2-0, 2-0."
This is on our way to breakfast.
I was like, I already saw this game. Meanwhile, it was live. That's one of my dad's famous joke, and I called it that it was going to be 2-2, and he was hella pissed for the rest of the day.
And
You're welcome.
What happened? Carl McKay, you 2-2 the next day.
Yeah, we 2-2 the next day to Arsenal away, which I'll take, even though we were winning 2-0. But
Repeat what you just said.
Yeah, we were winning 2-0. So
before that.
I'll take it.
Before that.
I don't remember.
Arsenal. One of the worst defenses on the planet.
What are you going to do? They still got enough firepower in the front to get back in the game.
That is true.
But Sheffield United, come on. It's not fucking a promoted team.
This is true.
So, we both have 5 points apiece, actually. Chelsea and Spurs. All I got to say is that everyone's saying that Spurs are having a bad start to the season because we only...
They always have a bad start to the season. They come up as wild everyone. I don't know why everyone's writing them out already.
No, it's not even about writing them out. They're actually doing the one thing that they didn't do last season already, which is pick up points against the big teams. Because Old Tottenham of the last few seasons would have lost the Arsenal game and would have lost the Manchester City game. But to pick up 2 away points from those 2 teams... from in their stadiums, I'll take it. The only blunder that we had was against Newcastle at home, which was just unacceptable that we lost. But we play Crystal Palace tomorrow, which I'm hoping for like a 2-3-0 win. Or actually, I
don't sleep on Crystal Palace, man. Even though they got rid of Wan-Bissaka,
yeah,
they still have some leadership in Gary Cahill, and they're one of those teams that are very, very hard to beat.
Yeah, no, they are. And I take that back. I expect a high-scoring game tomorrow, like a 4-3 to Spurs. So we'll see how that goes. But leading the pack, like we said, Liverpool 4 wins out of 4.
We're talking about Liverpool.
City in second.
They can go to hell.
Like, is it going to be another title race for just them two? I really hope not.
No one hopes. We don't want that. I'm just looking at this right now. I'm not looking at the camera first. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this table. I'm like, I do not want it to be a repeat of last season. Liverpool City. All the Fairweather fans coming out rejoicing.
But give those two teams credit. Why? Because it was literally one of the most phenomenal title races probably of all time. Like, I could definitely see that. They were going...
Leicester in 15-16, bro. You gone crack?
Yeah, but that's because they won it. That was the surprise. This is like, I'm talking about two teams performing at the top level, 38 games of the season, and the fact that Liverpool only lost 1 out of the 38 and didn't win the title is unbelievable.
Sounds like a Liverpool problem, man.
It is a Liverpool problem, but I'm talking a general aspect, man. Don't freaking get all Chelsea on me.
I didn't even mention Chelsea in the last 2 minutes.
But you're being Chelsea mind-headed or level-headed.
Arsenal, let's take a minute to laugh at Arsenal thinking they got a good sign with David Luiz, which was a shock to us all.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured he'd be the next captain after Azpilicueta, but apparently he wasn't in Lampard's plans.
They literally needed a defender and just like, okay, David Luiz, you're willing to come to London?
It's like replace it. Okay, you have an apple pie, right?
A different part of London.
You have an apple pie, but you're trying, like, okay, the apple is rotten, so you put an orange in there. It doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know what that board's method of thinking is, but good luck to them this season. Everton, they're doing what everyone's expecting to do.
6th place, which they could stay in throughout the whole
Marco
season.
Silva's a good coach. Richarlison, let's see, he has a good squad. And Richarlison, who else?
So he has Andre Gomez.
Yeah,
he has Sigurdsson. He has Bernard. They have a good squad.
They have a good squad.
Marco Silva is reminding me of when Pochettino first came to Tottenham.
Yes, he's trying
to build his way, his team. He kind of has a similar style, but Everton needs some more, moolah.
Yeah.
So to get their team going.
Yep.
But they're definitely a team to watch. I think I predicted last episode that they were going to finish in 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a team to look out for. The rest of the table is not bad. I expect more of Aston Villa.
Yeah, with the money they spent too.
Yeah, I mean it's still early, but if they continue at this pace, like they're probably going to drop again. But a team that's surprising and in 20th place is Watford.
What's going on with them?
I don't
think they made any signings this off season.
They did.
Did they really?
Yeah.
You never heard about them.
They made some. I think it was some African guy, Ismail Assar, who's I think.
This is why no one knows who is.
He's a Senegalese guy that's like up and coming, but like if that's going to be your main signing, an up and coming guy, like you don't expect him to make an impact right away.
Exactly.
So that's maybe why. I mean, they still have the likes of Pereira and Deulofeu, but like maybe they just need to change up their tactics or go the old-fashioned route and sack their coach. So we'll see how they do. But what do you think about the other like random teams? Are you still? Do you think anyone can break out of their shell like these Burnleys or Southamptons or Bournemouth? Do you think they could like finish like maybe top
Newcastle's in crisis right now, so I'm expecting them to go through a relegation battle.
And of course, the team that's going through a relegation battle beat Spurs. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Bournemouth, they're gonna edge it out as they always do.
They're always gonna finish mid-table. Yep. I can see a Burnley like how they did a few seasons ago. Didn't they finish like 7th?
Yes.
I could see them picking up their pace where they left off and maybe pushing in the top half of the table, maybe 8th, 9th.
Yeah.
Because I feel like either one of these three big teams are gonna have a shit season. Like I said, either Spurs, Chelsea, or United. One of those three are going to have a horrible season or are going to finish like 8th.
One is on United, but just don't have a toxic locker room.
Yeah, so...
Pogba not getting his way in the transfer window, he's going to cause some toxicity. Matic, too, is apparently causing some toxicity.
Really?
He's not only got a shell shot, he's like bottom of the pecking order for the midfielders.
Yeah.
So he's not happy.
It's also a similar case with Spurs because there was a few players for Spurs that wanted to leave, like Eriksen, who's a crucial player for us. An article came out recently that Aurier wanted to dip not too long ago, and like some stuff happened and the deal just never fell through. So like I think Ole still doesn't have that leadership quality like Pochettino does. So that's why maybe that's where the difference is going to come.
Ole and Lampard, they're both. Everyone's mentioning how the managers because they're similar.
Yeah, comeback players and stuff.
What Lampard has that. Ole still has a connection with the fans, but I don't think he has a connection with the locker with the young players like Lampard does.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's going to be an interesting battle to see the battle of the managers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brighton, they're going to go into the relegation.
Wolves in 17th is surprising too. So we'll see. Maybe
Wolves.
Wolves.
They're in Europa League too. They made it to round 32.
They do. They are in the Europa League, so they're with their same. They pretty much didn't really add to their squad.
Yeah.
So they have to use their same squad from last season, but play almost like maybe another 10, 15 more games in the Europa League, which is going to be very challenging. So it might really take a dip in form in their league form.
Yep.
So I think the Premier is going to still be really good this season. Obviously, I think it's the most watched league in the world, but I think another league that's going to start becoming good is Serie A.
Yeah, Serie A. We already had that crazy Napoli Juventus game.
Oh my God! What a game! I feel so bad for Koulibaly. How unfortunate was that own goal?
Yeah, that was really
how
bad.
Unfortunate.
It was bad.
Literally just sticking his leg out and top corner.
Exactly.
And then
it was
90th minute plus
stoppage. It was just unfair and cruel.
But what a comeback from Napoli. They were down 3-0 away in Turin, and Chucky Lozano comes up big for them, scores one of their 3 goals. So don't sleep on Napoli.
Don't sleep on Napoli. Also, one team I want to mention. I've been saying do not sleep on. Inter.
Yeah, you said that they were going to win the Scudetto. I mean, it's only been 2 games, and they won both 2 games.
They brought all the players at raving how Antonio Conte has brought a winning mentality. Romelu Lukaku is a man reborn.
That's true. It's only been 2 games though.
Now so wait, they just got Sanchez too. So wait, what he could do with them at Inter.
That's true.
When Barella's fit,
they got some nice midfield signings like Barella. They got this kid named Sensi.
Yeah, Sensi's also
he's been
great.
pulling the strings. Like I've never heard of him up until now.
Conte knows.
He knows
what kind of
players he wants.
Let's look at the way Antonio Conte's thought process is.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought that a guy like Victor Moses, who was in limbo in Chelsea's loan system,
would come back and be a starter and perform well?
And Antonio Conte just has this sixth sense of just finding out what type of position certain players play
and get the best out of them. Which is great. That's exactly what a manager is there for. It's not to it's not to really implement your style. It's to kind of implement your style and see what you can work with at the same time.
He said a great mold. He said a great quote. He said once that a coach is like a tailor. You have to find out what is the best. The
camera's good?
Yeah, the camera's good. I just reset in a few minutes. What is the best formation? Like, what's the best fit? Like the measurements. And
exactly. Yeah.
So that's what Antonio Conte's like a tailor, and he found the best players and a couple pieces that Inter was willing to buy.
Yep. And
help him out with it.
And I think if we're going to talk about coaching in general, that's how all coaches should approach the game nowadays.
Yep.
Because if you come into a team, you're talking about how every coach should be approaching. Let's say Jose Mourinho, for example, comes back to a team. And Jose Mourinho all of a sudden decides that he's going to all of a sudden change his style of play. Though Mourinho...
He did that though.
I think he did that
with Chelsea when we signed Fabregas, Costa.
Yeah.
Because we were playing much more attacking than the traditional park the bus Chelsea.
Correct.
And everyone was like, is this Chelsea?
Yeah.
Is this Jose Mourinho really coaching this team? Because you were having Fabregas throw lob balls into Diego Costa. I miss him so freaking much.
It's okay. It's alright. I know. At least we got you a Diego Costa Atletico jersey for, reminiscing and nostalgia purposes. But yeah, if every coach does that, I think that all the games would be like 10 times more competitive.
Exactly.
Instead of just coming in like, no, I want my players to play like this way and not that way.
Exactly.
So, I don't know what impersonation that was. That was pretty bad.
That was an impersonation of every coach we've ever known.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I keep, getting up every 5 seconds, folks. It's just, we're saving for, like I said, this camera shuts off after 20 minutes.
Yep.
I'm saving up for a new camera.
It's alright.
What's your favorite line?
UBI. Right. Exactly. And, we gotta work with what you got.
Exactly.
We're just starting up, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No.
So, let's transition back to we were starting to talk about Serie A. So, yeah, open up that table again, because I know, like we said, it's only been 2 games, but...
Milan already shit in the bed.
They only lost one lost one. It's not bad.
I'm upset about Fiorentina with the amount of, they were...
Fiorentina and Roma. Roma too. Roma, they still... They never replaced their bad players.
They didn't.
Their good players that left.
They did not.
They never replaced Nainggolan, who's on there. They never replaced Emerson. They have a up and coming young kid.
They replaced Emerson with what's his name? Who was the Kolarov?
But Kolarov is good for like experience, but he shouldn't be like your starter. He's good for like the free kicks and the set pieces and all that. But I don't know, man. It's so funny. I picture one of Spurs players going to Roma and like being phenomenal over there.
Aurier.
No, Dele Alli.
I mean, they got Chris Smalling too.
Yeah, which is crazy. Well, they needed help on their defense because
they got Zappacosta on the right as well.
Yep, I think they and because they got rid of Manolas, so they need to.
So and
they're trying.
I think they're trying to transition Florenzi into the midfield.
That would he can play a CDM.
Yeah, kind of like Javier Zagnetti type player.
Yeah,
or like Philip Lahm. He played in the midfield a couple of times back in Munich.
Yeah, he more transition. He didn't even play right back towards the end of his career.
Exactly.
He's playing more in the middle, kind of like how Kimmich is. Kimmich always kind of goes back and forth.
Exactamundo.
But yeah, who do you think is going to be like? We tried to get surprises in the Prem. Who do you think is going to be a surprise team in Serie A? Because based on it's really early to tell, but I think also the surprise team last season was Atalanta, but they're going to have a tough time coping with the Champions League and Serie A, so their form could drop. I could see scroll up a little bit. I could see Torino. Torino's in third right now.
I could see Torino. I could also see Bologna.
That's not a bad option.
Or
Sassuolo. Sassuolo, it's not a bad option because Domenico Berardi, that guy? He just scored a hat-trick in their win against Sampdoria. And Sampdoria is usually a solid team to have.
A solid team, yeah.
So, Sassuolo, keep an eye on.
I would say if Fiorentina get their act together, they could be something to watch.
Of course, but I don't know why. There's always something missing with Fiorentina. They're like... I don't even know what team to compare them with. They're kind of like...
Real Betis.
Exactly. What a perfect example. And Real Betis is actually doing good in La Liga. We'll get into the La Liga a little bit. Because they bought freaking Nabil Fekir, which is the buy of the season in my opinion. But
how they pulled it off, you don't even ask me though.
I have no idea. But that's a perfect team to compare them to because they always have this good solid, structure on paper, but they gotta just give it a little bit more and push a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they need to improve, but let's Serie A, maybe Torino, maybe Sassuolo. So I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Find out.
Let's go to La Liga.
We gotta watch more of Serie A, by the way.
Well, I am signing up for ESPN Plus soon.
Oh yeah, then.
So they do have Serie A games, so I'll give you the password and shit.
I got you. And we got Serie A on my TV thing over here.
Problem is we don't have time on the weekends. We're adults now. We have to make sacrifices. Shit sucks, bro.
That's why we've been doing podcasts once every 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, we're
trying to get back our old schedule now.
Once the winter comes and we have excuses not to do things we don't want to do, we can do this for you guys.
Exactly. So bear with us.
Winter is coming.
Let's move on to La Liga, which we called it from the beginning. Atletico on fire. 3 wins in 3. Diego Simeone, mastermind. And that's exactly what he does. He does his celebration. So, I freaking love that guy, man. I would take him in a heartbeat on Spurs if he ever decides to come to us.
Would you be willing to play dirty, disgusting defensive football?
If it gets us the Premier League trophy, absolutely.
All right, fair enough.
So, Atletico in first, 3 wins out of 3. I still think, and probably Zach agrees with me, that they're gonna still stay in that spot because we don't think that Real Madrid are nowhere near their form with
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Injuries galore. First off, I feel so bad for Asensio. He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah. We spoke about that last time. He's been out for almost 6 months or so.
He's out for the season, bro.
I think he's gonna probably come back maybe March, April, towards the end.
I doubt it, bro. It was a really gruesome injury they were I didn't see it, but they were describing it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think Real Madrid have that Madridista look to them anymore. I think
they signed Luka Jovic and Zidane already wants to offload him.
Exactly, that's why I think to begin with they should have never gotten Zidane back. I think Zidane was probably just bored. Zidane actually should have went to Juventus.
That's what everyone said.
In all reality.
No, honestly, shout out to Juventus for getting rid of the fraud.
Yeah.
We love you guys. We love and hate y'all at the same time. But thanks for taking the fraud off our hands. Because we got Lamps, baby. I'll take Lamps developing youth over that fraud any day.
I agree with that because, Saudi, Chelsea's whole system with hiring and firing coaches is another story for another day. But another team, the big team, Barcelona, also not doing so hot. They didn't have Messi for the beginning of the season, and I think he's just recovering back from his calf strain.
Yes.
Suarez got injured, and I don't know how long he's out for. So they're
Suarez returned to training.
They're relying so far on Griezmann, who has been performing, but they're in 8th place right now with 1-1-1, a win, draw, and a loss. So, do they have time to make up for it?
They will.
They're 5
also,
points.
don't forget, Barca started off horrifically until November, the season they won the treble with Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
So they
Is
started
Luis
off.
Enrique still a Spanish coach?
Unfortunately, no. His
Really?
daughter passed of bone cancer a few weeks back when we were in Cancun, actually.
No way.
Yeah, his daughter passed away from bone, so he stepped
Wow.
down. I don't think he's going to return to coaching for a very long time. That the loss of it, and she was young, from what I understand, like 6 years old or 7 years old, something around that. So yeah,
So sorry for the loss. And
Yeah, it's just-
all the condolences to the family, because that's horrible.
Yeah, so I don't. He's not going to coach for a while. I'd be surprised if he coaches. But
Yeah. But who took over? Do you know? Is it
No.
like some interim coach?
It's an interim. Let's actually look. We have a computer right in front of us.
What's wrong with you? Why am I asking? Use technology to your advantage, Anton Zaki. Hell's wrong with you?
I sit in front of a computer all day. At
What's
work.
on in that? You think he died for nothing? Huh?
Well,
This is a scene from Rush Hour. We gotta cut to it.
oh, we do. Rush Hour 1 or 2?
I don't remember.
If it's Rush Hour 1, I don't have the clip, so you have.
We got it. Roberto Moreno took over. Spanish footballer who's the head coach of the Spain national team. Why don't I just read that on the computer?
Let's see where he coached. He had to have coached somewhere.
We could have.
He was an assistant to Luis Enrique in Barcelona.
We honestly couldn't have even we shouldn't even looked it up, and we could have probably guessed Roberto Moreno off the top of our heads.
Yeah, that's true.
Another. What do you think? A surprise team?
Celta Vigo.
No. I'm gonna go with. If they get their stuff together, like you said, Real Betis.
That too.
Real
Celta
Betis.
Vigo, Real Betis. Valencia just sacked their coach, so they're in a bit crisis. So I'm hoping they're staying in crisis mode when Chelsea play them in the Champions League, because I'm
Yeah.
not sleeping on them one bit.
No, definitely don't sleep on them. They got some fire attackers and that guy Rodrigo Moreno, the same name, who was actually supposed to go to Atleti.
Yeah.
But it's
The transfer just fell through last minute.
which can you believe it? There's still talks between Spurs and Dybala in January. I think he's either gonna pick between Spurs or PSG in January. Dybala.
I don't see a place for him on PSG. They just got Icardi.
Exactly. So I'm hoping the magic of Pochettino and the Argentine connection that he has going on at Spurs can lure that son of a gun to freaking elevate our attack like no other. But they're talking about they're doing a swap deal with Eriksen. I think that could be the only way it's done.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Yeah, they do need a creative guy in the midfield. Pjanic just can't carry the team by himself.
Yeah, I mean, would I take it? Eriksen, it would be great if Eriksen stays and Dybala's added, but we'll see. January's right around the corner.
I can see Eriksen not playing to his full potential because he wants to leave.
I already could see that. I mean, he did help out actually in the first game against Aston Villa, where he came off the bench in the last 20 minutes and created and made our 3 goals in our comeback win. So we'll see, man. January transfer window. We'll still talk about that in due time.
Let's move on to the Bundesliga, because a lot of our Bundesliga fans have been just really crapping on us.
Yeah, but that we don't talk about Bundesliga a lot, and we apologize. That's why we are getting our content in right now. Right now.
What did I say about the phones?
First off, it's on a vibrate. Second of all, who are you raising your voice at?
Last thing we need is someone ruining our film.
By the way, we got some funny clips, hopefully that we're going to include in this podcast and our previous one. We got some cool stuff, so if you're not caught up, you should always go back and check out our old stuff, because it's always good content when you're watching Zach and Kamel. How's it going?
So, look at this
RB
table.
Leipzig is at first.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa!
Well,
That's a
don't
surprise.
forget that they only played 3 games. Wolfsburg and Fortuna played 4 games.
Yeah. But Leipzig, 3 wins and 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Timo Werner, I'm glad he didn't leave for Liverpool like an idiot and is being the main guy over there.
Exactly. I can see him going to Madrid after they offload Luka Jovic.
Imagine if RB Leipzig wins. That'd be crazy. That'd be like Leicester winning the Prem.
Yep, Dortmund, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. They just upgrade their attack, they upgrade their defense, so they're going to be something to be dealing with. Mönchengladbach, I don't know what's going on with them, man. They're been very, very shaky lately.
And I don't think Eintracht Frankfurt is going to be
gonna
a force like they used to be, because they literally lost all 3 of their stars, which is Luka Jovic to Madrid, like we said, Sebastian Haller to West Ham, and recently Ante Rebic to AC Milan.
Yeah, so
which is a great buy for the AC Milan.
Yeah.
They needed that. So I definitely don't think Frankfurt are going to be as hot as they used to be. They
No,
did get
definitely not.
they did get Andre Silva though in the AC Milan deal.
They did, but Andre Silva needs to prove himself again because he's been just very, very.
Yeah, he came out like, really hot, but then he just
fizzled out.
it's like the freaking back in the Looney Tunes, when the coyote or whatever.
Oh, Wile E. Coyote, it just falls off.
Which we could include that.
Will you stop saying it? We're just gonna ruin the magic of it all.
We're gonna include it.
All right. It's more work for me.
Sorry.
Asshole.
I'll edit. I'll help edit.
All right.
Schalke, They have a couple of Tottenham rejects like
Yeah.
Nabil Bentaleb and
He still plays?
Yeah, and Benjamin Stambouli, if you remember that guy.
Yeah.
He's starting, and I think they still have Nastasic. Remember that guy in Manchester
Yeah,
City?
dude.
Yeah.
He had the number 10 in Manchester City too, did he?
Bro, they literally have a team of like rejects from other teams. So
Yeah.
like it's not really a good team to like, form if you're gonna have like, that
Who
kind of
knows? Who
players.
knows? I mean,
But we'll see.
who knows?
All respect to these guys because they're way
Everyone
better
thought
shape
Edin
than I am.
Dzeko was done when he went to Roma. He reignited his career over there, so never count them out.
That is true.
Bayern,
Bayer aspirin 81 milligrams.
they got their shit together
Bayer.
for now.
Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, they got their shit together. We'll see how it goes. I could see it. The top four. Dortmund in this order. Dortmund. I'm gonna go with RB Leipzig in second. Bayern Munich and
I
Bayern.
just don't
fourth.
see Kovac just being a good coach with
No.
their squad.
Definitely not.
I
Definitely
mean, they
not.
had it on the defense, but still, it's not good enough.
Mourinho should go to Bayern.
I don't think he'll go to Bayern.
That would be lit for
He
them.
doesn't fit their culture.
So what?
He would impose.
They got a freaking phenomenal Bayern, Philippe Coutinho, who doesn't belong anywhere in Germany, but he's gonna go and he's gonna
Is
have a great
Coutinho
season.
though gonna do? He's not a Jose Mourinho player by any means of the imagination. Coutinho never defended anywhere else he goes.
That's true.
You bring in Mourinho. You really think he's gonna defend on Mourinho's orders? Hell no.
No, but I think Mourinho's smart enough to do unlike Ernesto Valverde did on Barcelona, where he used to play him on left wing, which is not his position. He's an attacking midfielder. He's best down the middle. That's where he controls the game. But Mourinho would be a coach to realize that. Obviously, he would tell him to do his defensive duties, but that's up to him and the player. But at least Mourinho would realize that, he would get the best out of the players.
All right.
That's, except
Fair
if you're a big shot like Paul Pogba and get into a hella heated arguments with him.
True.
So we'll see. It's all about
We'll
ego
see.
and name, and Mino Raiola, your favorite manager of all, an agent of all time. Sorry about that. Why don't I be an agent?
You do look like Mino Raiola with the shirt off.
Oh, it's like that. I was talking about how my scouting skills are on point, and
He's not a scout though.
okay, I'll be a scouter. Happy? I was talking anything in soccer related.
All right.
Jesus. Why gotta be like that, Anton?
I'm
Why
tired.
gotta be like that?
I only got 4 hours of sleep. Leave me alone.
Alright. You always have some sort of complaint when we're on Pharaoh's halftime.
I'm the complainer of the group.
Fine. Be that way.
I've always been a complainer. You know me for 20 plus years. I've always been a complainer. You're just as new to you now?
Yeah, it's hella new. Wow. New. By the way, this is hilarious also. Besides obviously following us on Instagram at Pharaoh's Halftime 10, you should also follow my man Zachy's page, the Pharaoh's Hourglass, on Instagram.
I haven't actually updated that page. I'm trying to update. I haven't bought a watch in a year. I realized that.
So you gotta get on your game because I'm shouting it out right now.
Yeah, I know. I have to buy watches again. I gotta start doing that. The thing is, I've been just so preoccupied with other shit. And plus, I
Yeah.
picked up another hobby of sneakers.
Nice.
So I have 2 hobbies, 2 things throwing money on that. But I'm also in the process of trying to get a car, save for a house. So it's hard. Life is hard, man. Pick up your shit.
Besides that, follow the third Pharaoh's page, Pharaoh's Rants,
Oh,
on
that's some good shit right
on
there.
Instagram, where just me using a funny Snapchat filter that changes my voice, and I just rant about everything, and I deliver it like it's spaghetti and the meatballs, like that old Italian guy in the commercial, like it's spaghetti and the meatballs. All right.
All right.
So yeah,
Spaghetti and meatballs, huh? You gotta
spaghetti
get
meatballs. That's about Pharaoh's Halftime Instagram, Pharaoh's Hourglass, and last but not least, Pharaoh's Rants with a Z at the end, because I thought it
We'll
was
put them
cool.
all in the links.
We'll put them all in the
We'll
links.
put them all in the links on YouTube.
Can you believe the Pharaoh's Rants videos is actually like getting up there with
Yeah,
followers? I have like
If only I put that much time in Pharaoh's. The thing is, you reach a wide audience. I reach a. I mean, besides a bunch of people who like watches, who collects watches these days? Everyone's like, I got it. Where do I need a watch? I got a fan. Where do I need a watch? I got my Apple Watch. By the way, I am wearing 1970s Timex automatic.
Show that bad boy. Show that bad boy to the camera. Woo! Fire.
So this actually, I won this in an auction on eBay for $30 because they pretty much people don't know jack shit. I mean, it's a cheap vintage watch. It's not by any means a Rolex or an Omega.
Listen, man. I wear a Casio, $10 from Amazon, digital. It still does the job.
It does the job, but for me, timepieces tell a different story.
Word.
I
like it.
I know. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna make YouTube videos about the suit. I'm actually gonna go into it.
More content on Anton's future YouTube channel, The Pharaoh's Hourglass.
I do have a YouTube. I did.
You gotta give him a little taste, Anton.
I do.
To get him lured in.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. Not now though. Not now. I just haven't wrote a script for this yet.
Exactly.
So this will have to be scripted. It's not like us when we're unscripted and we play caricatures of ourselves.
Definitely not. Watches are
professional, classy,
and they tell time.
And they're elegant. They tell a piece. They tell a story.
We went off on a hella tangent.
We did go off.
But I think those are my predictions for the Bundesliga. Those top 4 that I gave you earlier. Do you think Dortmund or Bayern Munich have a chance to win the Champions League?
I think Dortmund does.
I think Dortmund does too.
Bayern no. They're serial choke artists.
Because of their coach.
Exactly. That's he's not a good coach. Every Bayern fan that we know, shout out to our boy Schalke.
Schalke. We haven't seen him in a while.
He's always asking about. He's always the hookah bar guy.
Is he?
Yeah. But pretty much he's a diehard Bayern fan. Actually runs a page. You have his page. We can shout him out. We'll shout him out on the bottom of the link.
Yes.
But he's one of the diehard Bayern fans. But he hates Kovac, man. He's just not happy about him.
I wouldn't be happy with him if I was a Bayern fan. So
I actually haven't asked him what coach he would like. You know, it's funny. We talked all this shit about this coach. I never asked him who would he prefer. I think I should probably ask him next time I see it.
We'll ask him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should include him in a podcast.
We should
to get our German followers.
Get his contact. Get in contact with him. Let's see what happens. But yeah, those are basically.
I don't even want to talk about Ligue 1.
That wasn't even on my mind today. That wasn't on the agenda.
Because it's not even in the top 5 leagues in the world, in my opinion.
No. Oh wow, PSG. Woo, Neymar! Yay! We got Neymar, Icardi. Get the hell out of here. Win the Champions League.
If they win the Champions League,
the only thing PSG has that is good is the Jordan, as a sneakerhead, is the Jordan collection.
That's
Them
true.
Jordan ones, I'm gonna put a picture right here. Them shits is tough, fam.
Right there, you see that? Fire.
I wouldn't. The others and the jerseys. I'd say Parasite. Those are dope.
Right there.
Yeah, those are dope. I mean, everything else is but that's the only thing I'll give PSG credit for.
Yeah.
Mbappe wants to leave too. So like,
Mbappe's going to Madrid probably next summer.
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Which would be then if they get Mbappe, then they're going to be back to their unstoppable force.
We'll see. We'll see how much Florentino Perez unsettles the squad.
We'll find out. I think we covered it all, man.
I want to talk quickly about.
Talk to me. I'm sorry.
I think I want to mention the FIFA. What's it called? Ratings.
Oh man! Thank you for reminding me because some of them are absolutely trash.
Garbage.
Some people are way overrated and some people are way underrated.
Isco.
86, I think.
Get the hell out of here.
Wait. You know who's an 89? I know he's been consistent throughout the years.
N'Golo Kante.
No.
He should be about 91 or something.
No. That he deserves not to be 89. He deserves to be less. And don't get me wrong, he's a great player. He's been consistent, but he does not deserve 89, and that's Busquets. I'm sorry, Barcelona fans. You can yell and scream.
Oh, he's old as hell. Yeah, too.
He's at 89. That's the same as N'Golo Kante. What has Sergio Busquets done last year that was even memorable?
Nothing at all.
Make passes. That's what he's there for. But shout out to FIFA 20 for making Messi the number 1 player in the game.
We all know he made Ronaldo, and they made not Ronaldo 93 because they're still salty of the whole Piemonte Calcio thing.
Piemonte Calcio. It looks so weird on the card.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
It looks so weird. Ericsson in that with the 88. That's you know Spurs are going to be a force to reckon with in that game.
We played on the demo. They're still what's it called?
They're dirty.
Yeah.
Look, there it is. What is that? What is that 89 Busquets?
Disgusting.
Horrible. Straight horrible.
Bye.
They did one thing right though. Number 1 goalkeeper in the game, Jan Oblak.
Oh, deserved.
Well freaking deserved. Well freaking deserved.
Deserved and earned.
Yep. Let's see. Who's overrated here? Nobody overrated. That's all fair.
That's all fair right here.
Yep. Kane's 89.
Let's go in the 30 to 20 range. I think Aubameyang is a bit overrated at 88.
No, that's fair. He's a beast.
I think he's a bit overrated. Suarez is underrated at 89.
That's true. He should be like 91.
Yeah, he's still the best striker in the world, bar none in my opinion.
Yep.
Courtois is definitely overrated.
Definitely not 88. Maybe like an 85 at best.
Kepa's an 80. If Kepa's an 84, Courtois an 84, Kepa should be an 86.
You ain't wrong. Royce at 88 is always solid.
Yeah. Cavani, I mean, he plays in the French league. Pogba's definitely overrated.
88?
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely like a name right there.
Yeah,
that's a name rating.
Because Sterling is an 88 too, and he did more last season.
Yeah. I think Di Maria should be a little bit higher rated.
87, 88.
Yeah.
Pjanic should be high too.
He's only 86, that's true.
Naves, well deserved at 87.
Yep. Insigne 87, well deserved.
Casemiro
for Tongan, well deserved at 87.
87. Laporte is a bit overrated in my opinion. Should be 85.
Bernardo Silva 87 are definitely deserved.
Fernandinho 87, definitely not 85. Benzema deserved 87. He carried that team.
Yep.
Let's see who else. Let's go up to the 61 range. Witzel deserved.
Yep.
If he was in Europe,
Varane should be way over.
He should be 80.
That.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing we called out. Like Varane should be like an 89.
85 Varane.
Witzel deserved at 85. If I
you know what that is? That's an SMH emoji right there.
Yes, but it's like on Witzel. If he went to Europe when he was younger instead of going to Zenit and China, he would have been
in his prime
world class.
But he's getting. I think he's almost 30 now.
Donnarumma 85. I feel like he should be a bit higher because like he's just a freak of nature, that kid.
Parejo's well deserved at 86.
Yeah, Marcelo always consistent. Kid,
yep.
85. Disco, really? 86? Really?
Even Coutinho 86 is a little bit low for me.
Well, Coutinho had a shit
weird season, yeah. Muller 86 is overrated. He hasn't done anything.
I know, I feel bad.
He hasn't done anything.
Verratti 86 because you're a PSG, bro.
Yeah, you're not doing anything. You're just chilling.
Just counting a paycheck.
Firmino 86. Can you believe that?
That's a crime.
That's a crime and a half. He should be like 88 or more.
Yeah.
That's hella criminal and underrated.
Let's go to the hundreds to the 81s. We're ready with it. Ibrahimovic, the best player in the MLS, 85, deserved. Bruno Fernandes, 85. Saul should be a bit higher.
He should definitely be higher.
Yeah. Rodri's
overrated.
Yeah, he's still had one good season. Come on.
Milinkovic Savic hasn't done much. I haven't heard his name in a while.
He was good.
Yeah.
Koke.
Oh my god.
He should be an 88. He should be an 88.
Let me get this straight. Sergio Busquets
89.
Has an 89. And Koke, probably should be starting in Spain games every freaking time they have an international match. Gets an 85.
Who wrote this shit? In the words of every wrestling fan that questions Vince McMahon's booking, who the fuck booked this shit?
Unbelievable. Why? Damn
Lukaku after 85 because he had a shit season.
Yeah,
but after this season, under Conte, he's a reborn man. I can see his inform as being an 87, 88, 89.
Yep.
So like he's doing good right now. If he keeps it up.
Alexandro's criminally underrated, 85.
Yeah, Gomez deserved.
Yeah, Gomez deserved that 85.
Yeah. Alejandro Gomez we're talking about from Atalanta. For those
Fabinho deserved that 85.
De Ligt, 85 deserved.
Yep. And that's about it?
Yeah, those are the top 100 players on FIFA. We didn't go through all of them because some of them we felt were... 85 Alexandro.
I just said that. Criminally underrated.
Yeah, criminal.
Yep. Horrible.
So yeah, FIFA, get your shit together, bro.
FIFA, get your shit together, man. But you only did one thing right, which is put Messi at first, get Jan Oblak right, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wrap up this episode of Pharaoh's Halftime right about now, because it's time for you to be more suspenseful for what's to happen on the next episode of Pharaoh's Halftime.
We'll both be here.
We'll both be here.
We'll both be tired because of work.
And you better be there too.
I'll probably be still complaining. Love you.
Love you too. From Pharaoh's Halftime, we'll see you next time.
Stay blessed, y'all.
Peace.